What if everything you've been struggling with, self-sabotage, chronic stress, anxiety, emotional pain, wasn't a flaw, but a message calling you back to your true self? Welcome to Self-Healing Codes with Doctor Traci, where we uncover the hidden causes of spiritual disconnection and guide you home to yourself. Traci is a doctor of metaphysical psychology, spiritual mentor, energy healer, and your transformational guide. This show isn't just self-help, it's a sacred space to break free from the unseen forces keeping you stuck. You'll learn to decode the messages from your body, release fear, and activate your inner power. Healing requires action, and you don't have to do it alone. Get ready, because Self-Healing Codes starts now. Good, beautiful Friday, and welcome to Self-Healing Codes. I'm Traci, your doctor of metaphysical psychology, and today our self-healing code is frequency integrity. And I want to spend a little bit of time talking about what frequency integrity is, how it attrains to our energetic states, but also why we're feeling off right now. And then we will do the download into our sacred pineal, our God brain, our transmitter and receiver, into our sacred heart, our soul's sacred space, and into our biome, our body's energetic field. So let's get started with, what do I even mean by frequency integrity? I'd like to share it as maybe a bit of an analogy first. Let's think of our frequency as the sound that we make when we're in alignment and the sound that we make when we're out of alignment. Just like an instrument, a well-tuned, used, loved instrument is going to make this beautiful sound, a satisfying, a calming, a loving sound. But an instrument that is untuned, neglected, left to warp, left to rust, is going to make a sound that is uncomfortable and chaotic. Each of us live within a very unique frequency. In my healing sanctuary, I teach this energy as our power. Every single one of us chose to come to this space and time, and in doing so, we made a promise to Source to use our physical body as the way in which we experience our reality, to follow our soul's purposeness encoded into our DNA, and to allow our ego mind to navigate the outside world. This promise that we made to Source is what we're here to learn. This is our power. And when our power is attuned and in alignment with who we are being internally first and externally, the sound, or the analogy of the sound, is beautiful. But when we're not in alignment with our truth, when we are overriding our thoughts, feelings, and experiences, when we are not in a state of self-awareness without judgment, when we aren't learning our lessons, that sound is chaotic and uncomfortable. So think of listening to an orchestra. There are billions of people on this planet, each of us playing our own unique instrument and in our own unique frequency. Imagine what that sounds like when some of us are out of alignment and some of us are in alignment. This is our frequency integrity. That sound would be extremely uncomfortable to listen to because the lower or out of alignment frequencies are going to get our attention quickly. Now, especially if you are highly sensitive, empathic, or have the capacity to channel energy, and most particularly if you are aligned with your frequency integrity, that outside noise gets super uncomfortable. And that's what we're going through right now, energetically, as a collective. The external energy is so out of tune the frequency is so low that it is causing effect on our experiences. And so today, with the code of frequency integrity being downloaded, what we are initiating is some containment. We're taking this expansive external noise and we're compartmentalizing it to the outside. We're getting back into alignment with our own true frequency integrity, and we're going to start moving that energy out. And so if it's a sound, we're going to start to attune to our own inlined instrument. But we're also going to start making beautiful noise from our own being. And when each individual begins to make that beautiful noise, those around us start to attune to their frequency and make beautiful noise, and so on and so forth. So we attrain to others' energetic states when we are not consciously aware. So if you are not aware of the sound, for example, that your energy is making, you're going to naturally attrain to the loudest sound. This is not beneficial for us right now in this shifting of energies because the collective energy is so low. One of the gifts that I have is being able to attune to others' energy and to gauge the quality of that energy. And we don't mean this in any judgmental way, but being able to experience whether that individual is in alignment or not, whether the noise that they're making is in alignment with their frequency, and if it's raising the vibration of the collective or lowering the vibration of the collective. And right now, our collective energy is resonating in and around 37 to 42%. I use percentages just because most people understand that as a gauge. If we need to exist at 100% to be fully charged, so for example, our cell phone battery, if your cell phone battery was at 37% at the very beginning of the day and you knew you had to be out all day long, isn't the first logical thing that you're going to do is charge that battery? And this is what our self-healing code is going to do today. It's going to recharge our inner batteries from the perspective of our four main biofields. So when we're in alignment with our frequency integrity, we will be vibrating, we will be resonating above that collective energy. So right now, anything above that 37 to 42% battery is going to be of a higher vibration. We need to be above that vibration because when we don't, we feel off. And that off sensation comes in the form of first physical. Our body does not feel right. There is something expressing in the messages that our energy is trying to get our attention. This expression is either going to come from we are emotionally out of alignment with our frequency integrity, we are not feeling, we are avoiding, ignoring, and escaping, or if we are feeling, we are feeling what others are experiencing. So this isn't actually emotion, it's physical. Or we are thinking. We are thinking in an out of alignment frequency and integrity, or we're connected to that lower thought vibration that is being experienced out in the collective. We feel off because this isn't our natural sound, if we go back to that analogy. Give yourself permission to try to listen to someone singing off key for even 3 or 4 minutes. That becomes an annoying irritation, first in your body, then in your emotions, then in your mind. Imagine that off-key sound coming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When we rise above that low frequency and we are in integrity with our own energy, our battery is charged, we are not going to be controlled and compelled. We won't attrain to others' energy. Instead, because our vibration can be higher, others can attrain to us. And the more that attrain to a higher vibration, the collective energy rises. So why does the collective energy get so low? Well, there's a lot of external factors that try to control and compel the way that we think, feel, and experience being human. But also, there are a lot of distractions that take us out of our purposefulness as human beings, which is to know thyself, to understand that we are first a spirit energy, having chosen this human experience, and we're here to learn very specific lessons. The most important lesson is remembering our power, the energy of what we told source we would experience when we arrived here. So let's move into doing this frequency integrity self-healing code. The reason I'd like to focus on this code is because it's so general. It's a frequency integrity that it can become very specific for you if you allow it. So let's imagine that we're channeling an expansive energetic flow, but just before it arrives, we're going to contain it so it becomes your true frequency. If we were going back to our analogy, this would be assigning you the perfect for you instrument. That instrument would be tuned to the highest possible vibration. It would have been already well maintained. And so what we're doing is we're about to treat your body like a well-maintained, highly functioning, finely tuned instrument so that your thoughts and your feelings become the inner awareness, and what and how you choose to experience your reality become the noise, the sound that your energy creates when you experience the others, people, places, things, scenes, situations, and scenarios. So as always, we're going to go into this healing download. I'm going to ask you to find a comfortable position where you can be seated and your spine is straight. Especially when we're working with frequency integrity, we want to be sitting up so that our crown chakra is opened to divine intelligence, and it is aligned perfectly with our spine. Our spine is one of the most important human being tools for alignment, for receiving frequency and vibration. We also want to make sure that our legs are spread slightly. We don't want our ankles or our knees crossed over. When we sit cross-legged, this allows that root chakra, the receiving of ancestral wisdom, to be wide open. So we are open and connected at crown to divine intelligence, and we're open and connected at root to Mother Earth and our ancestral wisdom. I do ask you to close your eyes because this allows for an internal experience. And I will ask you to be responsible for two really simple but important things. The first is breathing, inhaling through the nose to receive and exhaling through the mouth to release. We are receiving the frequency integrity, and we are releasing everything, known, unknown, cloaked, hidden, and disguised, that is blocking us from being in alignment with that frequency integrity. The second thing is the use of our imagination. When we can partner our breath, our soul's energy, with our imagination, the ability to picture in our mind what is happening, or even potential experiences of magical states, when our breath and our imagination are traveling through our body, we are in a state, a physiological, but also an energetic state of wholeness, where body, mind, and soul are aligned. So let's go through what we're going to do again. You're going to find that comfortable position where your ankles and knees are unbound. You're giving yourself permission to be present in the moment, comfortable in your body. Your spine is as straight as possible, and your eyes are closed. We'll begin by taking a deep, gentle inhalation through the nose, breathing up into the very top of our head and holding your breath for a moment. This activates every cell in your being, letting your body know that you are about to receive a download, but it also opens crown chakra. And as a sovereign being, through your exhalation, you're pulling in divine intelligence as you're releasing any resistance from your body. Your only responsibility now is to continue to breathe, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Let's do this for a few intervals, giving yourself permission to be present in the moment. Your body is softening, especially your buttocks, your hips, and your legs, so that as you inhale, you can pull that ancestral wisdom up into the sacred biome, up into the sacred heart, and up into the sacred pineum. And as you do, let's bring our breath and awareness to the very top of your head. Should you choose or are able to use your imagination, I invite you to give yourself permission to begin to sense that warm, tingling sensation beneath your scalp. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. As an energy worker, I'm asking permission to begin to deprogram any of the ways that your frequency integrity has been blocked in the past. And again, your only responsibility is to breathe. If we experience that warm tingling sensation beneath the scalp, it is physical and it is energetic. Physically, it's the life force energy of blood circulating beneath your scalp, but metaphysically, it's universal life force energy asking to be invited in. And this is exactly what we're going to do now. Allow that energy to flow through your body from crown to root. As you continue to breathe, your body begins to fill with that energy as though a bubble of light has begun to wrap around you. It expands from right to left, front to back, and top to bottom. And it's in the safety of this sacred energetic bubble that your frequency integrity resides as a channel directly from your Akashic records, channeling through all dimensions into your physical body, moving down your spine, from your third eye, through your heart, to the base of your spine. And as an energy worker, I'm asking permission to expand this channel in preparation for receiving the true frequency and vibration that is in integrity with your unique power energy. Should you choose to place your hands on your lap, palms facing up, you're giving yourself permission to receive this expansion, to allow your channel to receive. And in this moment, as your doctor of energy medicine, I ask Source to begin to download the self-healing code of frequency integrity, unique to your soul's mission on this timeline. We're asking Source to download a ball of energy about the size of a marble that represents frequency integrity. And I ask you to imagine that that marble is landed at the top of your head, and has sunk into the center of your forehead, between both hemispheres of your brain, behind the third eye. And it's here that the frequency integrity that is unique to you begins to activate. It first cleanses and purifies the filters that the ego mind has used in the past that may have lowered your frequency, that has taken your biofields, your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bioenergetic fields out of attunement. And in this moment, as your energetic transmitter and receiver begins to realign and attune, your energy adjusts internally to your truth and externally to rise above the noise of the lower collective energy. You may feel a sense of tightness. If so, soften your eyes. Imagine you're looking out into the universe behind closed eyes. Allow the muscles of your jaw and your shoulders to release as the pineal energy, filling with your unique frequency integrity, begins to span from your clavicle to the very top of your head. And your unique frequency has been downloaded and reprogrammed. On an exhalation, let's drop your unique frequency integrity into the center of your chest. Here, all of the programs, the habits, the beliefs, the thoughts that have drowned out soul's voice, your purpose on this planet as a human experience, begins to cleanse and purify. And this sacred energy expands out and around your whole body. Your heart coherence begins to shift. Your heart actually begins to beat to your true frequency integrity. Your ancestral wisdom comes from below, divine intelligence comes from above, and your heart center opens. The tune created from inside of your soul's truth begins to radiate outside and around you, rising your frequency of integrity above the collective. And on your next exhalation, let's drop your breath and awareness into your biome, your body's sacred center. As you breathe in and out of this sacred space, your unique frequency and integrity begins to reprogram all of the ways that your body has entrained to the lower energetic states around you. We begin to deprogram the people, the places, the things, the scenes, the situations, and the scenarios that do not allow your body to feel safe, secure, and supported on this timeline. And as you exhale and soften your hips, your buttocks and your legs. Every cell in your being is realigning to your true frequency integrity, to the true internal sound of your unique timeline. And that beautiful music begins to expand out and around you, rising you above the collective and staying true with your own vibration. Let's take a deep, gentle inhalation as our hands come to heart center, one over the other or in prayer position, whichever serves you. And let us give thanks for receiving this attunement to our truth, this frequency integrity. Do so in any way you're called to, or you can follow my voice. For this frequency integrity attunement, I give thanks. I let it be so, and so it is. Your eyes still closed. Please move your body in any way that you need to. Stay in this state for as long as you can. If you need anything, please do not hesitate to reach out. Traci, Traci, at tracytrimble.ca. Have a beautiful day.
You've been listening to the Self-Healing Codes with Dr. Traci on Transformation Talk Radio. Join Dr. Traci every first and third Friday at 9:30 Pacific for this portal of transformation, where truth is spoken, healing is activated, and souls remember who they truly are. Don't forget to subscribe and connect to her on Facebook at The Self-Healing Codes with Dr. Traci. Ready to take the next step? Explore healing sessions, activations, certifications, and her daily spiritual practice membership at tracytrimble.ca. Heal, remember, rise. Your journey starts now.